how to solve inequality. So I hope you all remember inequality. Equation, you are very good probably in solving equations. But how to solve inequality? The two, especially when it is a kind of quadratic inequality, probably linear inequality, still you will be in a position to solve. Yeah, for example, 2 times of x plus 5 greater than greater than greater than 10. For example, I want to solve. So it is easy. You can transpose the term just like you do in the case of equations, and you will be able to give the answer. So x greater than 5 by 2. But even in this case, we were discussing how in different circumstances how to write solution. If x is a real number, it may be so x may be a real number, or it is possible x may be a natural number. I told you no. Last class we were discussing all these differences. How you will answer in case x is a natural number. Different categories, or in case x is an integer. So in different categories, then your answer looks different. Okay. So in each category, it looks different. So even for linear inequality, what is a linear inequality? Maybe what I am saying now, the word linear inequality, is it new to you? Linear inequality, if it is new to you, please let us understand. What is the meaning? Linear inequality. Very simple. What is a linear polynomial? Students with good memory. I think all of you having good memory.
1 degree.
Very good. Very good. Nice. So if you know the answer, you can immediately, don't hesitate to type out in chat. Okay, I will be duly watching your chat also. Whenever possible, if your surrounding is noise free, you can always unmute your response. You can give. Don't hesitate. Yeah, good. So power one, linear polynomial. Yeah, there is a response from Sri Hari. Linear polynomial. Yeah, linear polynomial. Generally, there is an x term, power 1, x power 1. There can be a constant also. It can be a x plus or minus b. This is a linear polynomial. So same way linear inequality. So what I gave you here, is it not in the model of ax plus b? Yes or no? 2 is
Yes, sir.
a,
Yes, sir.
5 is b, like that. So this is a linear inequality. So linear inequality is easy to solve because you are familiar with transposing of terms from LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS, etc. So we are able to transpose the plus 5 to the right side. I do 10 minus 5. So I am able to calculate the 2 brought to the denominator. So I am able to find the answer. But this answer will differ, okay, according to nature of the variable quantity x, real number. If x is real, then how do I represent? So I can simply leave the answer x greater than 5 by 2. So you can leave the answer, you can stop. Yes, ma'am, there is a good question. I have been, I think last class also I told you. These are all very much, pretty much necessary for your continuation of class 11 and 12. So please make it part of your running notes in classwork. If there is a question, yeah, in classwork, you can please make it. Okay. There are some people, yeah, may be absent. Some people may even be absent tomorrow, probably because of some administration process. The school office has its own process here. So because of that, some people may miss. So we are doing recordings. We are doing recordings. So the recorded session would definitely be uploaded to the school. School may in turn give the recorded session to you. So you can always go back to the recorded class and educate yourself. All right. Yeah, separate note, Lada. What is mean by separate? Mathematics, you maintain one classwork, and in that you can keep writing the running notes. Okay. Even from next week, when we are about to start the NCERT class 11, also you can continue from this week's content. So yeah. So is that clear to everybody? So any kind of missed out, I'm ready to explain to you anytime. And also, as per request from the office of school, we are doing recordings and recorded session will be fun. Okay, we were discussing, anyway, actually, I'm repeating the previous class content. Linear inequality, x greater than 5 by 2. This will be the answer for the nature of x real. Okay, when I say A, this A, real, according to A. Yeah. But if x is a natural number, then I have to mention x greater than 5 by 2, comma, x is a natural number in word, in words. Otherwise, I can use this symbol. There is a symbol. Yeah. What is this symbol I have used now? The symbol, everybody may not be familiar. This symbol implies belongs to. The symbol, the meaning of the symbol, you read it, how will you read it? Belongs to. If the Vasikarapo, when you read, how will you read? X belongs to natural number. Or X is element of, you can use that word also, element of, belongs to natural number set, element of natural number. Okay. Then you can also suppose if x is an integer, then how do you represent? You have to give an explanation. X greater than 5 by 2, don't leave it out like that. And we mention the set of integer. So simultaneously, you are also learning the notational way of writing what is natural number set. What is natural number? Capital N. The uppercase Z, uppercase Z or Z, what you say. This is a represents set of integers. Uppercase N stands for set of natural numbers. So learn these notations, and the explanation for x is given alongside with the value x greater than 5 by 2 is not enough. We give, apart from that, the explanation that x belongs to natural number or x is an integer. I mean, according to question statement. Rida. So, depending on the question is asking you for natural number, then you give the explanation accordingly. Question is appearing as an integer, you give the explanation as integer. Okay, fine. Now let us try to solve a few of the inequality questions. And wait, I am actually copying one question from an assignment, and I will now paste it on the board here. So I hope for everybody this
Yes, sir.
question is visible for you.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So let us go ahead solving one by one. Subdivision 1. Represent the following inequalities in interval notation. What is this interval notation? Okay, so there is a interval notation அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. How to give? Okay, once again let us go take help from number line, then you will understand the interval better. Okay, just trying to draw straight line. Okay, what are the points you have to write down or plot in number line? Make note other by looking at right hand side, you will know. Right hand side, what numbers are there? -1 is there and positive 4 is there. -1 and +4 is there on right side. Okay. Then what is mentioned? Nothing is mentioned like natural number. Nothing is mentioned about whether it is integer number. So when nothing like that is mentioned, then make note, you assume naturally it is any real number. So you can only assume x is real when they are not specifying any nature of x. So don't wonder what to do. It is it is considered as real number only, and that is why the interval notation that comes. What is this interval? Interval na very simple. From starting from where, ending where. So very simple. The left end of the number line marked negative infinity. Right end of number line marked positive infinity. And in between, I have already told you, read through the question statement and take those numbers on right side, -1 and +4, for example. Okay, so that is what we have plotted. Now let us plot one by one. X greater than -1, also it says greater than or equal to. So what are we supposed to do? I think in last class I have mentioned already, greater than means start from -1 and go to the right side. Yeah, I have told you. So this is what I have told you. Please follow it. So how to do that? Start from -1. Start from -1, and also first topic, it is simultaneously I am explaining. I am not assuming anything that I have taught, so you do it. I am parallelly giving you the lesson content what I taught in previous class. So if you focus on my teaching right now, you will keep following. Okay, don't don't isolate yourself. Oh, நான் இன்னைக்கு போன கிளாஸ் வரலை, அதனால நான் இன்னைக்கு கேட்க தேவையில்லை அப்படின்னு ஐசோலேட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னாக்கா எல்லாமே புரியாது. So don't do that. Stay focused. I listen to every explanation. My explanation does not assume anything that as if you know already. On the class that you know, repeat பண்ணிட்டே தான் நான் teach பண்ணிட்டு. So you can easily come along. So on number line. So what I told you is the greater than symbol, if it is present, you go to the right. You go to the right in the numbers after 1 to the right on number line. Very simple. So we keep kind of shading like this. Wait. So now what you have to do? Immediately go to the other explanation, the second part of the statement, what it is. X is less than 4 also. So less than 4. So as you can see, the symbol less than, I told you, implies to the left. To the left. So to the left of what? To the left of 4. But you have to stop to the left of 4. So that means you have to maintain both. To the right of -1, but to the left of 4. So you cannot go beyond 4 to the right of 4. So that part you cannot take as solution for X. So where does the solution begin? Where does the solution end? So by having look at the number line and you are plotting, you can easily find out that X starts, the solution starts at -1, ends at 4. Now all you have to do is write a comma. Write a comma. Listen carefully, because this is the first time you are going to write the very first notation, interval notation. Sure, yeah? Now there is a small difference between the equal to symbol present at -1, equal to symbol not present at 4. So nalagavani, if the equal to symbol is present, you write a square bracket. So when there is equal to along with inequality symbol, either greater than or less than, then you use the square bracket, whether it is beginning or the end. Sorry? So please write. If equal to is present. Okay. If equal to is not present, inequality has only the greater than or less than symbol, then you use curved brackets only, either opening or the closing. So look at the 4, look at the number 4, where X less than 4, equal to symbol, is it present there? It is not present. Equal to symbol is not given. So when equal to symbol is not given, maintain curved bracket, parenthesis. Yeah, we call it parenthesis. This is square bracket. This is your parenthesis. So this implies the -1 is included in the answer, and the rounded or this parenthesis bracket implies 4 is not included in the answer. So this should be clear to all of you. Okay. So we keep solving. As you keep solving the subdivision 1, 2, 3, 4, you will become quite accustomed with solving and writing, presenting the answer in the interval notation. Is that clear to you? I can wait for a few seconds for you to take down number 1 and number 2. Any doubt present, you can tell me. We have solved subdivision 1. The task given is, they have given you inequalities. They ask you to write the answer. The
So
representing the
can I
inequality.
repeat how to
Yeah.
determine whether they are included or not included?
Oh, yes. Yes. I'll explain. So I'm just giving you a summary of how we are solving. So we are introducing. So there is a, don't feel bad that, sir, I did not, I don't know, I didn't understand. But nothing to feel bad. Interval notation, it is part of your class 11 curriculum only. So it is not a previously learned concept. Don't think, don't feel bad. It's quite okay, fine. Today is the first time I am introducing to you the interval notation. So please focus, all of you. What is the first subdivision that we solved? X greater than or equal to minus 1. That is one part of the statement. Another part of the statement says X is less than 4. So it is, you can see two inequalities are combined. So combined. So what is the meaning? Why they are combined? X must satisfy. X must satisfy. There is already a solution for second question. Okay. Appreciate your enthusiasm. Very good. So there is X is greater than minus 1 also. X is less than 4. So these both statement X should satisfy. So how we are satisfying? Very simply, a visual representation. We are using the number line principle. Number line principle will help you in all future algebra and calculus content of class 11 mathematics syllabus. So number line we will be frequently using till class 12 boards. So negative infinity plus infinity, you know the both ends, and in this current question, what is the right hand side numbers? They are the solution. Yeah. So you plot them here. So minus 1 and 4. So put them in such a way is proper ascending order that you have to ensure it's in proper ascending order. So I did not tell you how, what is the number line. So it is in ascending order. Done. Now when you do that, so 1 by 1 greater than or equal to, that means the x values start from exactly minus 1, greater than or equal to x greater than minus 1 also, x is equal to minus 1 also, so minus 1 is included. So because minus 1, I have also shown you by that rounded dot, but here I have not placed the rounded dot at 4. So as the rule says for interval notation, whichever number is included, that should be indicated by the that end is included in square bracket. So that's why we have drawn square bracket. But in number 4, it is less than 4. Less than 4. So you, if you are maintaining the shading process, keep it to the left of 4. Don't go beyond 4. Okay, to the left of 4, and but 4 is not included because less than 4. It does not say the equal to part, it is missing. So it is missing, it has got only the less than part, so you use only the curved bracket. And the first part, there is equal to present, so you use the square bracket along with greater than. Yeah. So that is
Yes,
the
sir. Yes.
ruling we follow. Cherry, the same
Thank you.
process
Sir,
that
can
is
there be, can both of the
sure.
numbers be
Yeah,
either closed or, I mean, either
correct.
included or not included?
Yes, correct. That's what they are showing you in subdivision 2 and subdivision 3. Yeah, so you will gain experience.
Yes.
As you do, you will be gaining experience. Fine. So keep the number line in view. That is important. So as long as you keep the number line in view, you will not. I'm sure you will not lose sight of the solution. Okay, for just making a demarcation so that subdivision 2 is clear. Let me write it first. Less than or equal to 5. At the same time, it should also, its value should also satisfy greater than or equal to negative 3. So as we understood, what we do, we draw a number line minus infinity to infinity. Okay, and mark the immediately go to the right hand side. What are the numbers on the right hand side? You find it is 5 and minus 3. But do I have to write 5 and minus 3? No, that will be wrong because it's not in ascending order. Purposely, they are giving you in order to check whether you are smart enough to identify it is not in ascending order. So you have to properly make a good assessment. So minus 3 from 5 or no. So that ascending order assessment to properly make. So then you can also rearrange. Rearrange. This should come first. X less than or equal to 5 should have come later. Should have come later. Are you understanding, all of you? Yes. Sri, Hari, and Chandru, the answer minus 3 to 5. Yeah, it is correct. Very much correct. You are able to answer on your own. Yes, that's good. Pen up and wrong. Go through the minus 3. What I am supposed to do? Look at the inequality symbol given there. There are both symbols present. Greater than also, equal to also. So, what should I do for greater than? The idea for greater than is start from minus 3. Start from minus 3 and it is to the right of. So it is the region on number line to the right. So start from, so because equal to is there, I can also make a dot including 3, minus 3, sorry, minus 3. I start shading to the right, but I need to wait also, yeah, so on. But where should I stop? Where should I stop? It is mentioned in second statement. What is the second statement? Yeah, look at the number, look at the inequality. That is the inequality less than also, equal to also present. So that means I can include the 5. So let me put a dot. And I have to strictly stay to the left of. Less than implies to the left. So I don't cross over beyond 5. I stay to the left only. Start from 5 is covered, it's included, but stop there exactly. So now I am able to give the interval notation. I'm ready to write the interval notation. Yeah, minus 3 is the beginning, 5 is the end, comma is the separator. Then the two other bracket, what kind of bracket is it? Curved or square?
Square bracket.
Yeah, on both
Square
ends.
bracket.
Very
Square.
good. I'm happy many people have given correct answer. So on both end it is square bracket. -3 and +5 also. So this is the interval notation for x. Now let me make a small addition here. You can also, how do I know this is solution for x? How will I know this is solution for x? So you can present the answer x belongs to. Learn how to use this symbol belongs to. Okay. The symbol I told you, it is read as belongs to symbol. So the English meaning is belongs to. Apo x, the solution of x belongs to -3 to 5. So that's the understanding. And thirdly, x less than -1 or x less than 3, both are there. And there is a word, probably that word is a bit confusing. Yeah, there is a word or. Repeating the question so that what we pasted earlier, it might be out of sight. Yeah, might be out of sight. So I am now bringing the question to your view so that everybody can see third subdivision. So how do we go ahead with third subdivision? Okay, as usual, we get ready with number 9. Okay, we mark negative infinity, positive infinity. We are ready for the third subdivision. There are two parts, but they are connected by the word or. Earlier, what was the word connecting? And. And was the word that was connecting. What do you mean by and? I told you x should satisfy both statements and another meaning. Satisfy. But when you say or, it satisfies not burning. And the word and has a different meaning or has a different meaning. Now x satisfies. Not both. Satisfies the larger interval. Please make note of this very important understanding. Here it is very important understanding. It satisfies both. I'm sorry, satisfies both. I made a mistake here. I'm sorry. Satisfies both statement. Both statement. But here it satisfies the larger interval. Larger interval. Let's see. Immediately உனக்கு இப்போ நான் சொல்றது புரிஞ்சிருக்காதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I am drawing. Okay. Let me plot as usual the right hand side number -1 and 3 in proper ascending order. Then both are x less than -1. Second statement x less than 3. Okay. Both are, you can see, to the left. Yeah. To the left only. So one kind of shading starts from -1. There is no dot, no equal to, but it goes to the left till -infinity. I have done. There is another statement which says start from 3 and go to the left. So where is the end on the left? The end will be minus infinity. No other end. No other end. So I am now going to start from 3 and keep going on the left, no end until minus infinity. Okay. What is the interval I am getting? Where is the beginning for both? Please don't get confused. There is a beginning which is at minus infinity is the beginning. And you are covering till minus 1. So this is one interval, both the end is curved bracket because there is no equal to. This is one reset of the first statement. What is the result of second statement? Second statement, you are starting from 3, but you are going towards the left. That is the end. Minus infinity is the end. Now compare. Now you have to, what you have to do? Compare both intervals. Which one is larger interval? Having including more numbers in it. More numbers in it. Can you mention which one is the larger interval? None. Which
Minus
one?
infinity, comma 3.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. So it includes more number set, more numbers in the interval. The larger interval means the interval that has got more numbers in it when compared with another interval. So minus infinity to minus 1, very simple. Both are starting at minus infinity. For you, it is easy to compare. So minus infinity, it stops at 1. Second interval also starts at minus infinity, but it goes all the way till 3. So you can see which one is the larger. You can easily determine. Not at all difficult. So we could get the answer minus infinity to 3. This is what is the larger interval. In other words, actually minus infinity to 3, you can see that it already contains. Also make note of that point. It already contains within that interval minus infinity minus 1 interval also. That is why it is large. Yeah. That is why it is large. It already contains that within it. Minus infinity 3, அதுக்கு உள்ளேயே அது இருக்குது minus infinity minus 1 interval. So easy to judge, okay, this is the greater one. So this is when we say or, so we have to choose the larger, all inclusive, I can say all inclusive interval. So there's another way of understanding. You can say or statement means all inclusive interval. Includes the values of statement 1, includes the values in statement 2. You will understand better when you do the fourth subdivision. So, have you completed copying also? So what is that we have done? This, listen again, we give a short recap. Subdivision 1, subdivision 2, they were meant for and property. And property lender meaning X must satisfy both statements. This also, first also, and the second statement also. That is the implied meaning. Third and fourth, those subdivisions Jeremy is very smart. Minus infinity, minus 1, round brackets, and union minus infinity 3. You can, the answer is minus infinity to 3 when you do the use. That's it. You're right, but then the answer is already minus infinity to 3 because that's the already the result of the union operation. Okay, so others may not understand the symbol union and all that before starting the formal set lesson 1. So let us wait. All inclusive is a better terminology. Okay, so the larger interval I gave you just to understand. So the OR statement, x satisfies less than minus 1, x satisfies less than 3, but then the connecting word is OR. So I told you certain what you call clues. Okay, clues I gave you. What are the clues I gave you? Number one, you can understand it as larger interval. It includes more numbers. That is another way. At last, I have given you even this terminology, all inclusive. Okay, all inclusive means what? From statement 1, statement 2, all inclusive. So what we have done, so statement 1 less than minus 1 we plotted. So I have highlighted in a different color. X less than 3 that I have highlighted different color. So we wrote both interval result 1, result 2 and then compare which is more bigger than the other interval or which one includes the previous interval also. And the okay, so all inclusive. The final answer is minus infinity. Good. So let us, I hope all are understanding. So then we start solving the fourth subdivision. Once again, I don't want you to lose sight of the question. What is the question given now? The question given now, yeah, you can see our focus is on fourth subdivision. There are two parts. What is the part A? Negative 2x is greater than 0. So slowly, the level, gradually the level is raised, you can see. Now, what is negative 2x greater than 0? Can you immediately give a solution? Definitely not. Definitely not. So when you solve for inequality, okay, what is the unknown here? X. Yeah, the unknown x first of all. So certain rules and tips I can give you. The very first one is unknown x should be on LHS. Yeah, it is there in LHS only. Students can make note of every tip and clue that give. Okay, I am giving you. And finally, let me come up with the second tip. The unknown x, the x, okay, x has to be a left side of like x should be first of all made positive. Positive. So this you have to check. And once you make sure other terms should be on RHS. All other terms, okay, transpose them or shift them to right side. So you will get a final answer for X. Now, I told you in second point some very important clue. What is that? X should be positive. எப்படி பண்றது? I have to change sign. It is not positive. So minus 2x greater than 0. So I have to change sign. Change sign in LHS. LHS, RHS. When you change, inequality also changes. Inequality also changes. Okay. Just for your rough work, and which I will write and erase. Okay. For a short example, let me give you. Minus 5 is greater than minus 10. Yeah. Are you understanding? I mean,
Yes, sir.
comparing mere integer number, a very well-known statement. Okay, minus 5 is bigger than minus 10. No doubt. But if I want to change sign, if I change sign of the number in left side, number in right side, maintain the same sign, will I be right?
No, sir.
Will
No,
this be
sir.
right? So this is what you have to understand. If you are changing sign, you must ensure that it is done in LHS, in RHS, in inequality also. Inequality also. What do you mean by inequality also? What is the meaning? Inequality, positive, negative, greater than, less than, it should change. So I should make correction. So I am changing the sign here, negative to positive, it is done. Here negative to positive, it is done. But greater than must become less than. So this is very important to understand. So it is not just enough by changing the sign on LHS RHS, you have to do it for inequality also. So you need to change equality sign. So so everybody has understood the example, so I can clear it off. Now I am writing how to write the final answer. It is 2x plus 0 minus 0, no difference, okay, 0 only. But there was greater than, now I have to write it as less than. This is the result. Now I have to divide both sides by 2. So I get the final answer x less than 0 by any number, 0 only. So this is result. This is the result. Yeah,
Explain it again, sir.
yeah. So what the rules, first thing you have to understand, having negative x term on left side, you cannot write answer correctly. So the rule is, first of all, the unknown x must be in LHS. It should be positive also. And all other terms must be in RHS. Then only we can write answer properly without error. So what is that we are doing? We are ensuring these things are happening. I am ensuring that x is on left side. Yeah, it is in the problem. Question statement itself, it is on the left side. So, okay, it is comfortable. But then x should be positive. They have not maintained positive. I agree, it was positive in subdivision 1. It was all positive in subdivision 2. It was positive in subdivision 3 in both statements. X was all positive only. But here there is a little advancement of the difficulty. So you have to ensure that X is positive, which means if it is not, you have to change sign. So what do you mean by changing sign? Negative to be changed to positive in LHS and RHS. Inequality, greater than Radha, you have to change it to less than. That's what we have done. Okay, it was earlier greater than, now we have changed it. If it is earlier less than, you will have to change it to greater than. Okay, for example, -2 less than -1, less than symbol. Now, if I change sign, what should I write? Change sign. But less than should become bigger than. All right. So this is you can always make a cross checking with the well-known positive, negative numbers, integers. Okay. Set. Okay. So this is statement number 1. I hope that's understandable. So follow the same routine for statement next part of the question. What it is? It says 3x minus 4 less than 11. Okay. So now go through our tips and rules for solving. Unknown x left layer come. Make sure yes, it is there on the left side. Comfortable. Is it a positive term? Yes, it is positive. So I am happy that rule 1, rule 2 satisfied. Now I have to satisfy the third one. Other terms to be taken to right side. There is another term, no? Unwanted term. X தவிர apart from x there is a -4. So I have to push it to RHS. Maintain that. So that implies. Now 3x is on the LHS. Keep the inequality intact. -4 taken to right side. So you can these kind of simplifications you can do as if you are doing in kind of equations. There's no change. So now divide both sides by 3. So x is 15 by 3. You know x is less than 5. Yeah, x less than 5. So that is the concluding part. That is the conclusion for statement, the answer for statement 2. So result 2. Now, once we are clear with both results, we can easily understand the OR property from number line. Putting it in number line and putting it, put the proper meaning to your understanding, which one is interval containing the other also, all includes the other one also, like that. Okay. So are you ready? Now plot x less than 0 on the number line, x less than 5 on the number line. See which one is a bigger interval, including the previous one. Includes. So that is the idea. So let's plot number line begins with minus infinity and to, yeah, positive infinity, and we are plotting two numbers 0 and 5. And what are we supposed to do? Both are less than property. Less than means you start from 0, maintain to the left. So maintain your shading, your solution, keep it to the left. So I am going to do that. So from 0, but I am not touching, equal to is not there. Equal to is not there. So no need of dot, but we go to the left until minus of infinity. Until minus of infinity. Clear? Yeah, good. So they've given the answer also, final answer also. Who is that? Dharani has given the second statement will include all numbers till 5. What is the meaning actually? Till 5 you have to maintain. It's less than, which means to the left only. To the left. Arrange it. So how do you arrange it? Start from 5. There's no dot. You are not going to include the 5, but you are going all to the left. So there are two different intervals for statement 1, for statement 2. So which one is bigger? I think visually from number line already you can see which interval is all inclusive, and you can give the final answer. Okay, the final answer you can directly give also. It's not that you have to write the interval and then see which is more. You can easily say it is minus infinity till positive 5. Okay, and of course x belongs to. Okay, how are we able to know that's the final answer? There are two parts. One is minus infinity to 0. Another one is minus infinity to 5. So it is easy from both intervals to judge which one is all inclusive, includes the previous also. Okay. So this is what we have to understand. So there are just to summarize our learning, we solved these 4 subdivisions, and let us summarize our learning, what happened in all the 4 subdivisions. So let me better understanding, let me post the question once again. So what happens is okay, so we have learned inequality. What kind of inequality? So we are now confined in solving linear and involving two statements, not one statement. Now we are capable of solving 2 statements, and both statements connected differently. 2 statements connected using the word and another category involving or. So the first subdivision, second subdivision involving and statement, or statement in third and fourth subdivision. So in AND subdivision, AND statement, what you are supposed to do? X, I told you, it satisfies both statements. It satisfies both statements simultaneously. And here, X satisfies the all-inclusive interval. All-inclusive interval. Okay, and not only that, not only this, we also studied a basic kind of rule what you have to ensure. Yeah, so there are, I told you, at least 3 steps you can remember. Make sure the variable what you are trying to solve may not be always named as x. Yeah, it may be named any other variable also. They may name it as y, they may name it as any k. Yesterday we were naming the word k. We used k the previous class. So now straight away it is x. So whatever, so the variable, so the very first one I told you, the variable, whether x or anything else, it must be there present in LHS. If there are variables in RHS, you need to collect them in LHS. The first thing. And make sure in LHS the variable is positive. Variable has to be positive. So this is a very important part. Keeping negative, we can't solve. So it should be sorry, positive. And all other terms except the variable term, so they are taken to RHS. They must be there taken to RHS. Then it becomes easy to write the answer. Slowly, with the progress of understanding better and better, you may not even require number line. Read that. To advance நீங்க பண்ண
Yes, sir.
பழகிடும். So the number line இருக்கும். Number line you can, it will be in your head. Mindலே போடுங்க வச்சுக்கோங்க அந்த மாதிரி. So it will be there in your visual. The visual will be in mind, created in mind. Okay, let me give another question. In order to understand, as I told you, in various category, how to write the answer. Nothing is mentioned. I told you it is a real number answer. But when the category of the variable, the x is mentioned specifically, what category of number it belongs to, then we have to include that description. So I hope this is you have made note and you have understood. And let me paste the question here. Pasting. Another two questions we will solve in our session today. Inequality be always linear? No. Very good question. Very good question. Will it always be linear? No. No. That's why we yesterday I just started showing you quadratic, but again it will be repeat. I will repeat and come up with quadratic inequality with the help of number 9. So it makes things easy for you when you make use of number line. So I will teach. I'm going to teach. It is not only linear. It is not a case of linear only. It can be quadratic. See, for example, it can be 2x squared plus 5x minus 9 less than 12. Solution. So these are all like puzzles, you know. Then can be x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 6 greater than 0. What will be the solution? So these are all puzzle type. So right now, it is not that linear alone will be there for your higher secondary curriculum. Please understand, even cubic polynomial you have to solve for inequality. Even a cubic polynomial inequality also we should be able to solve. So keep that as our aim. Slowly we will be going step by step. Is that clear to all of you? So it is not just linear. We will be requiring, with the syllabus demands your capability, your ability in solving all kinds of inequality. Okay, question number 2 for now, for the present. What is our target? Different sets, if they give you, how you are going to write the answer. Solve 23x less than 100. 100.
1, 2, 3, sir.
Yeah. So what we have to do now? I have to first of all divide both sides by 23. I have to get the value of x clearly. So one thing we made sure, x, it is already present in LHS. Is there any other term? No. Any other term? 100, it is there in RHS only. So we are ready to solve, but we should have one x on the left side. So you have to make sure there is one x on the left side. So that is x less than 100 by 23. So 100 by 23 is little more than 4. You know it. You know it. 23 fours are 92. So we know this is bigger than 4. So what is the integer part of that? Suppose I make a long division by 23. I may write 4 as quotient 92 and 80 and then 0.3 and all that 69 and 110. I can go ahead like this. But then, so this can go on. But we want what? We want what? Subdivision 1 says x is a natural number. So the natural number, any other category other than real number, you should understand. First thing, you cannot use interval. We cannot use interval method. Interval is meant for real solution only. We cannot use the intervals. So this is as a matter of rule you should know. Okay, we cannot use intervals. So what is the other way? Natural number, you know, begins at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. But what is the solution? X is less than 100 by 23. So if x is less than 4.34, as you have done the long division, it is not necessary to do the long division. I am only going to show you that what is the number you can give, where you will begin, where to end, you should know. Where to begin. X can be, what are the values x can take? 1 is permitted or not? Is 1 less than? So your variable less than 100 by 23. What does it mean? Variable is less than 4.34. Even the previous class I asked you. Put the 1 here. Satisfy agudalya. 1 less than 4.34, true or not? So you write the answer as 1. So you wrote the answer. Next, go for 2. Substitute 2. Is 2 less than 4.34? True or not? True. So you have to mention 2 also in the answer. Continue. So I have completed 2. Now go for 3. Is 3 less than 4.34? True? True. If true, then you have to mention 3 also. Okay. Continue the same process. 3 done. 4. Is 4 less than 4.34? Yeah, correct. It is less than. So I have to write 4 also. Now do the checking with the next natural number. 5. Is 5 less than 4.34? Surely
No, sir.
no. So we stop there. We stop here. Correct. So understand. So there are only 4 solutions. X can be either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. இது எப்படி சொல்றது? நம்ம இங்கிலீஷ் எழுதி x can be all that. Mathematically, how I can symbol language, how can I write x belongs to, not interval, not interval. You make a number set with braces. When you are writing individual numbers, we use the braces symbol. Yeah, the braces. Use the braces category. Braces category is used to denote individual numbers. Okay, not interval. What does the interval mean? Suppose I am writing the interval minus infinity to 5 euro. What is the meaning? There are infinite numbers in the interval. infinite real numbers in the interval. Okay, that's why we are doing on the number line, we are doing shading continuously. Inga shading பண்ண முடியாது. So even if I denote by a number line, I can only make a dot at 1, I can make a dot at 2, I can make a dot at 3, I can make a dot at 4. இப்படிதான் a solution I can give. I cannot make a continuous shading. Continuous shading, it is cannot be accepted. So only individual discrete number separate. Okay, now they have given you second subdivision. Let us complete that. X is an integer. Under same circumstances, what do you mean by same circumstances? It is the same inequality, that is x less than 100 by 23, no change, but x is integer.
Sir, how can I solve it without intervals, sir?
Interval பண்ண முடியாது. Interval means in between 1 and 2 all infinite numbers are included, starting from 1.001 till 1.00, I mean 1.9999. அது natural number இல்லையே. 1.1 is not natural number. So the
No, sir, I am asking the second case.
In the second case also, I am going to show you. So
Yes.
the highest number what you can write, just like the previous
Negative
case,
infinity to 4.
No, yeah, 4. 4 is the highest number. Biggest number is 4. Okay, so you start. 4 is the last integer which will satisfy the inequality x less than 4.34. Okay, so 4 will satisfy, yes. 3 satisfies, yes. 2 satisfies, yes. 1, yes. So I can, with the help of separating comma, I can go ahead. Even 0 satisfies. 0 is an integer. -1 is an integer. Does it satisfy? Yeah, satisfies.
Yes, sir.
So I have to just write a few dots and leave it and close the braces and put the symbol x belongs to. Okay. So whenever you are asked to write what this kind of the number set is not including the decimals in between. So we need only the integer part, only natural number. So you write individual numbers separated by comma, but it is going to infinity. So negative infinity. So you write few dots on the left. Stop there. If it is going to positive infinity on the right, for example, 10, 11, 12 to infinity, you write few dots here and stop there. So, so these are the rules you have learned. Today you are purely learning what are the rules for solving, what is the type of statement that will appear, and what are the qualifier you will have for x. X is real. If they specifically mention x is natural, x is integer. So these are the things I call qualifier. Okay. So you know now how to make use of number line and solve and represent the interval very well. Yeah. You learned today how to use the interval, how to use the square bracket, that use the round bracket with the closing, and the round square bracket closing, depending on whether inequality alone is present or equal to also present. All right. So fine. Please, as I told you, the recorded session will be given by your office. And we will meet in the next class, and I will continue the same topic. Probably we will also learn quadratic inequality. Thank you all. Thank you, students.